Hi everyone, it's Diana from Big Green, and today I'm going to talk with you a little bit about the nutrients that we find in potatoes. But before we do that, I wanted to let you know that earlier today I was outside preparing a garden bed, and I was also watering the plants that I have growing in our little green gardens. I have potatoes just like you, and I also have lettuce. You might remember that the first week that I came to you, I showed a picture of these little bitty lettuce seedlings. They were only about an inch or two tall, and now they're almost 4 or 5 inches. So I'm going to send some pictures of those to you. And also inside my potato bag, I found 4 sprouts. So I'm really excited to see what happens with those very soon. But today we're going to talk about the nutrients found in potatoes and how potatoes can be good for us. All right, so what are nutrients? Nutrients are components or things that are found in food that help our bodies to work. They can provide us energy, they allow us to grow, they can even help us fend off disease. Different foods provide different kind of nutrients that our bodies need, which is why it's important to eat a variety of different foods so that we have what we need to be healthy. All right, I know that you remember that the part of the plant that we eat is the underground stem, or what we call a tuber. So tubers for the plant store nutrients. Plants need nutrients just like people. The type of nutrients that are stored in the tuber is something called starch. Starch is a carbohydrate. Now, carbohydrates include all kinds of different foods, and the role that carbohydrates play for us is that they provide us with energy. Some carbohydrates that you might also know and like to eat include corn, quinoa, fruit, pastas, and even bread. Another benefit of eating potatoes is that they contain fiber. Now, interestingly, fiber isn't something that our bodies can actually digest. When I say digest, I mean what happens inside our bodies from the time that we eat food till our body can break it down and use it in the ways that we need. So fiber does help us digest other foods better, and fiber can also help us feel full. Almost all the fiber that is contained in a potato is found in the potato's skin. That's also true for apples, which are also rich in fiber. Here's a few more things that potatoes can provide. Potassium is a mineral, and it's really good for helping our cells and bones grow and rejuvenate. Potassium also helps us keep balance in our bodies. For athletes, potassium is a really important mineral, especially when we're working out really hard. It helps us to keep our fluids in balance. Vitamin C is something we often think about in fruits like oranges, but it can also be found in potatoes. Vitamin C helps us defend against diseases and can also help to keep our blood pressure low. Vitamin B6 is something that our bodies can't make, so we can only get it by eating it. Vitamin B6 is important for our brains to function and can also help us with our moods. Is there a downside to eating potatoes? Well, I have to tell you that for some people, too much starch can be a real problem. This is particularly true for people who have diabetes. So not all potatoes have the same amount of starch. Purple and red potatoes have lower starch. And there's some studies that say how we prepare the potato can actually reduce the amount of starch in the potato. Frying potatoes can also add unhealthy things that our bodies don't need. Because we fry potatoes at a really high heat, that can also reduce some of the good vitamins and minerals that we just spoke about. There's a very small number of people in the world who have an allergy to potatoes. And we should also never ever eat the leaves of the potato plant. They are highly toxic to humans and animals. All right, well, be sure to check out this week's recipe, which will feature potato skins. That will allow us to get all of the wonderful nutrients and the fiber. We'll see you next week.